Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to sit down and talk about some products that I am loving. I have some products that I feel like are gonna be perfect for the summertime, and some of them are very affordable, other ones are a little bit more luxury, but definitely worth the splurge. So I just wanna go through and talk about products that I can't stop reaching for. I feel like lately there's been quite a bit of just kind of okay products or even duds, and I wanna focus in today on the positive and products that I am just loving. So I will link everything that I share today down below in my description box. If you're new here, I hope you stick around and subscribe. And if you enjoy these favorites videos, give this video a thumbs up and let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so let's start off with some products that I picked up from Nordstrom. I want to say thank you to Nordstrom for sponsoring this portion of today's video. You can really get anything you want at Nordstrom, specifically fashion, accessories, shoes, and beauty. They have so many different brands, and I have really loved shopping the fashion specifically. I feel like I'm finding so many brands I've never even heard of, so I feel like I can find a lot of options at Nordstrom. And then of course they have a ton of products that you can choose from in the beauty realm. So I do tend to go there for my luxury high-end products. I do have a few to share with you today. Nordstrom also does have their closer to you promise, and that is bringing the accessibility close to you. So closer to your home, giving you things like in-store pickup, shopping online, shopping in store, also providing tailors and stylists in every Nordstrom location. So I will have a link at the top of my description box if you want to read more about that. But of course, everything that I share here will be linked down below, and you can pick it up at Nordstrom. So let's go ahead and jump in to a new product that I'm wondering if it's replacing a different product I loved from NARS. So this is the NARS Light Reflecting Hydrating Primer. I have been a huge fan of the NARS Radiance Primer. It has a similar texture, so I'm sort of wondering if this is kind of the new elevated version, although I have to say I love both. This is super beautiful as a primer all over. If you're someone like me that wants a light kind of gel texture, definitely still has that hydration, definitely has a glow, but it's a little bit more subtle. You're not gonna get glitter specks or anything that's going to enhance your texture. I can actually use this all over, whereas in the past, I would just put it kind of on the areas where I don't have any pores that I'm worried about. This one is so beautiful and almost like ethereal that I can really put this all over. So I feel like this is an elevated version. If you feel like a lot of the primers that are glowy or illuminating are just kind of like the Tin Man, it still gives you that hydration and the glow, but you're just not gonna get that chunkiness or the heavy feel. So I really, really, really love this. I feel like I have such a good experience with NARS complexion in general. So I was excited to try this and it did not disappoint. And while we're on the topic of glowing, I have loved this formula. I've raved about it, and I went ahead and broke down and got the other shade. This is a luxury item, but it is so worth it. So this is the Tom Ford Glow Highlighter. I originally got the shade 2, which is more of a gold, but I went ahead and splurged and got the pink one, and I am so happy I picked this up. This is such a beautiful formula, and both of these shades are so beautiful depending on what kind of tones you like. I have this on my cheeks today, on my inner corner. This is absolutely stunning. It's that baked gelée texture, but it has a creaminess to it. There is no glitter in here. It just has that beautiful shine. I can really buff it in and get that more, I guess, lit from within glow, or I can really amp this up. It is truly, truly stunning. This will last me forever. I do also have the shade 02, which again, I've had for a while, and I use this top drawer. They know how to do highlighters, specifically Tom Ford. I have loved his highlighters in the past, and there's something about these that are just a little bit more elevated. They have a creaminess to them. They are just absolutely stunning, and this new pink shade did not disappoint me either, so I'm really, really happy that I have both shades now. Another luxury product that you guys will not be shocked to see, this is a new color in a formula I already knew I loved. So this is the Dior Lip glow oil, and I got the shade Bronze Goddess, I think it's called, or Bronze Glow. And I did pick this up because I just thought it looked so beautiful for summer. So of course you have the large doe foot. These are super shiny. They have that like minty smell to them. They are incredibly hydrating, and this shade is just perfection. It gives you like you've been on vacation sort of vibes. Perfect for the summertime. Even though this is a sheer formula, it doesn't give a ton of pigment, but on the lips, I feel like it just looks like you've been in the sun, you've been on vacation, and that's kind of the vibes I'm going for lately. Just so juicy and high shine. It's not sticky, but it doesn't slip all over. So I feel like this is such a good formula. Of course, I would always love a little more pigment, but I do like that this is just that really beautiful like bronze without having a gold shift or anything like that. It truly just has like that kind of translucent bronze look. So if you have a tan, I think you would look incredible in this. The tanner you are, the more beautiful I think this would look on you. And I'm really happy that I tried it because I typically don't go for lip oils that aren't like pink or creamsicle color, something like that. So this is a little different for me and I love it. Next, I want to talk about a product from a brand that I love. I've had so many favorites from this brand, so I knew I had to try this. This is brand new from Vacation, and this is their Shimmer Oil SPF 30. So if you're not familiar with this brand, they have the most delicious scented like sunscreen products. They have face sunscreens, bodies, gels, lotions, oils, and then they also have some perfumes. The original perfume is absolutely divine. I haven't smelled the second one, but I do want to get my hands on that. So this is a glittery, glowy, gorgeous oil. So you're going to want to wear this when you really want to have that oily, moisturized feel. It is perfect for the beach, if you're going on vacation, or if you're just going to be going to like a concert or something. It smells delicious. It just has that like suntan smell. They really do the sunscreen smell the best in my opinion. The packaging isn't anything crazy, but the price is pretty affordable. So I don't really get up in arms about the Vacation packaging, but it just gives you this really hydrated look, and it does have little shimmers in it. So this would be something that I would use on my décolleté if I was going to a concert or something like that. And then of course, using it when you are out, laying out, working in the yard, whatever you're doing. I say working in the yard because that's all I've been doing lately, but you know, whatever you're doing outside, because it does have that SPF, but it smells incredible too. Definitely outside way more than I was at my previous house. We have 5 acres here. We have a pond. So I have a lot going on. I'm doing yard work. I'm outside. So I definitely am reaching for my Vacation products more just because I'm simply outside and I need to be wearing my sunscreen. So this is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's a great launch for them, and it's really a more affordable option than, let's say, like the Tom Ford, but you're gonna get a similar effect. Okay, switching gears a bit, I do have 2 pairs of sandals that I wanted to shout out. I already know that I love this style because Ian has them. That's originally how I fell in love with them. So these are from Nike, and they have come out with so many different colors. So I picked up this beautiful like mauve shade. So Ian has the tan, and honestly, I steal them all the time. These are perfect for wearing around the house because they can be washed. They can just be kind of like your slide on and go if you're in and out of the house. They're just super convenient, and I like that they have this platform on them, so they give me a little lift. I just think these are so adorable, and when I saw they had a bunch of other colors, I was like, excuse me? So I picked these up in the mauve. I wear an 8.5 usually. I got these in an 8. I could have done the 8 or the 9. They do have a little bit of that foam feel, but they're not a shoe that I would want to walk like 8 hours in. It's more of a throw it on if you're going out to the garage or you're going to get the mail. So I think these are super cute, and I definitely had to pick up a new shade, and I'm kind of thinking maybe I want the black too. I also finally picked up these sandals that I've been seeing all over my socials. I feel like every fashion influencer wears these, and I was like, what sandal are they wearing? So I finally found these on the Nordstrom website. These are the Steve Madden sandals. Now they have different versions, like they have some that have a platform, like they have a bunch of different types, but I wanted just some really nice staple leather black sandals. So these are cute enough that I feel like I could dress these up a little bit, but also they can be casual, just something cute to throw on with a bodysuit, jeans, and be out the door. I feel like these are cute too because they are flat. So if you're somebody that's like, I'm not really into the platform, because I do feel like a lot of the trend is going towards the platform heels or the platform sandals, and some of them are a little bit too platformed for me, although I am getting into it a little bit. Sometimes I feel a little silly having the platform. So I like that these have that just kind of like flat base, so you don't have to, you know, get in with the platform trend if you don't want to. I also like that they have gold accents because I typically wear gold jewelry and gold accents. So this is just a nice staple sandal for me. I feel like I need to get my wardrobe together because I'm realizing that a lot of the stuff that I have is from, you know, the days when I used to go out more. And again, as I get a little bit older, I'm like, okay, I need some staples. I need, you know, some black sandals I can grab for. I need some tennis shoes. So I'm trying to kind of build my collection with more like staple pieces instead of just buying like funky things off the bat and then being like, wait a minute, what am I even gonna wear this with? So I've been eyeing these, seeing them all over socials. So I went ahead and grabbed them. And I do think they are just a really cute option that it's gonna go with basically anything. Okay, so now I want to talk about blushes. I have 3 different blushes to mention. They are all different, but I love all of them with my whole heart, okay? These are absolutely stunning, and I will say that one of them really shocked me. Like, I thought I was gonna hate this just because the brand typically does lean a little bit more natural, a little bit more dewy, and I am just not that girl. But I have to say, I tried these on with my friend over, and we both were like, wow, that blush is gorgeous. So this is the new It Cosmetics Sun Blushes. So the packaging is nothing crazy, but you do get a ton of product in here. These are so beautiful. My favorite shade is it's the number 20, I think, Sun Blossom. This is the most gorgeous peachy bitten cheek. So when you swatch it, it just doesn't look like much, but I applied these over powder and then I set them with powder and then I applied again. I was playing around to see if these were gonna disrupt my makeup, and I was for sure thinking that they were going to. They did not. You can apply this on a fully set face. You can put powder blush on top. You can use it, you know, before you do your powder. These work with powder, and I don't know how, because when you swatch these, they are really, really creamy, but they're very thin. There's not that tack, and I think that's what it is. When I'm touching this, it is not sticky at all. I don't have any of that like tacky feel that you get with a lot of cream products. So because this is just so lightweight, it really plays beautifully with any product, and that is super important to me because I struggle so much with trying to use cream blushes, but I'm trying to be so careful with my powders because they always just lift and get patchy. This does not do that. This is the other shade, which is the shade Sunlit. These are gorgeous, you guys. They do not swatch like much, but when you put them on your skin, it just brings your cheeks to life. My friend, after she left, texted me and was like, what shade was that It Cosmetics blush? Because it looked so beautiful that I am ordering it. And I have not heard anyone talking about these, so I'm hoping that more people try them out because I kind of wrote them off before I even tried them and they surprised me. Now, a similar option that's different in formula, but similar in the fact that these work beautifully over powder. These new Huda Beauty blushes are spectacular. So these are the blush filters. So today I am wearing this shade, which is Cotton Candy. These smell incredible. Like, they each have a different scent and it is so yummy. It's just like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like Jolly Ranchers and candy. It's just absolutely stunning. So these are so easy to use. I actually applied this today over a fully set face, and I'm talking like baked with my lunar powder fully set face. They do not disrupt any of the makeup that you're wearing. You can also put them on before and put your powder on, so very similar to the It Cosmetics, but the actual texture is different. So I want to show you how these swatch. So they have a little doe foot, which I feel like can be a little bit finicky because you kind of have to build this up. Like, you're not gonna get a ton of product when you swatch these, but they blend out so effortlessly. And it's really interesting because the IT Cosmetics is definitely more creamy and hydrating, but they're both very thin. This one almost has that like set down to a soft, I don't want to say a soft matte, but this one has sort of like that soft powdery feel, even though it's not powdery. So I do find that I have to dip in twice to get the pigment, and I can actually swipe this straight on my cheeks and I have no lifting, which is basically unheard of for me. So you do get this really pretty like glow to the cheeks. These are so beautiful, and I'm so happy that these brands are coming out with these formulas that actually work with powder. If you're more like me, you're like a combo type of skin type, or you just use powder and you want blushes that are liquids or creams, but you can use them with anything. You don't have to remember to, apply them first and then your powder. These are game changers. Look how gorgeous these shades are. I haven't tried other shades other than these two, but I think there's 5 total. So both of these blush formulas have really, really, really wowed me. It is very rare for me to put a cream on top of my fully set face, and the only time I do usually is the Patrick Ta, because that formula is incredible. But these two have both changed the game for me. I did try the other day the Charlotte Tilbury cream blushes while I was playing around, and that one started to lift. It started to have that sticky feel, and I had a little bit of patching. So there's just something to be said about cream blushes that work with powder for us girlies that have the oily skin or the combo skin. These are absolutely stunning. So if you've not tried either of these formulas, I'm telling you, add them to cart. You will be so impressed. Now, if you're someone that doesn't do creams or you just love drugstore products, I picked this up on a whim when I was at the drugstore, and I'm so impressed with this. This is the Makeup Revolution Cheek Lift palette. This looks so beautiful on the skin. I have a mixture of these two on top of that Huda blush, and I just brought them like all the way over. These two shades are giving me a similar vibe to the Dior blushes that everybody loves. They're a little bit warmer in tone, but they give you that sort of neon look. If you can see kind of on the center of my face, I really played it up. This shade is also stunning. This is the only shade I won't use a lot just because it's too deep for my skin tone, but the highlighter is beautiful. It gives you that sort of like icy look to the skin, but I really have been using these 3 blushes a ton, and then I have jumped into this one when I want to really punch it up. This is a matte formula, and they don't skip. They blend beautifully. They're pigmented, but not so much so that you have to be careful. So I think this is a cute little palette. I love this, especially for the summer. It's just one of those that I can add on my face when I feel like I just want a little bit more of like that sun-kissed look. And I think the price is incredible. I would love to see them do more of these in different colors, but if you see that, or you've just been looking for an affordable blush palette, that palette is so gorgeous. Another affordable product that I have been loving, I originally got the Morphe Aerial brush set, I believe in PR, and I found some favorites, and this one stood out to me, which is the A14. So I saw that they released these separately, so I went back and grabbed multiples. I think I bought like 2 or 3, so I have 3 total. This is such a multi-use brush, and that's why I love it. I love that I can use this for highlighter. I can use it to set my under eye. I can also use this to do eyeshadow if I want just like a really blown out look. This is just a brush that I find myself reaching for all the time. This is something that I would also bring in my bag if I wanted to touch up, if I had like a powder to touch up when I got oily. And I feel like this is kind of a shape that's really hard to find for some reason. So you can see that my older one that I have is a little bit more fanned out, whereas the new one is a little bit tighter at the top. But if you haven't tried the Makeup by Ariel and Morphe collab, they have some really great brushes, and the fact that they are now available separately, I love that, just because this is one of those brushes that I feel like every time I went to use it, it was dirty, I couldn't find it. So now I have multiples, and the price is right as well. I have one perfume that I have to rave about. It is brand new and I had high hopes for this and I'm so happy that I love it. This is the brand new Fleur Vanilla Skin fragrance. I'm a huge fan of the body mist from Fleur. When they came out, everybody was going crazy and my favorite was the vanilla. So the fact that they are doing a fragrance, I was really excited. I do have to say that some of the Fleur perfumes haven't wowed me. There's just been something a little off, but they killed this one. This smells so delicious. This is again like a grown-up sort of vanilla. I'll put the notes on the screen, but this has sugar crystals in it. It also has sandalwood and it also has cashmere wood, and that I really smell. It also says it has jasmine petals, pink apple. It is truly delicious. It has that little bit of, I don't know, like a smoky, woody feel, but very, very slight, and it has that muskiness. So it really is a skin scent. The packaging is absolutely beautiful as well. So if you were a fan of the body mist, you wanted something a little bit more intense that lasts longer, they did this right. I'm so happy I love this, just because like I said, some of their perfumes have just missed the mark for me a little bit. So I didn't know if this was going to be something different and I was gonna be disappointed, but it smells truly divine. I feel like this is a fragrance you could wear any time of year. I get that like cozy vibe for fall or Christmas, but also for summer. It just has that really sexy vanilla warm scent to it. So this is 100% a yes. I immediately sprayed it and was like, oh yeah, I love this. Just like I love the body mist. I think people are gonna go crazy for this. I have one more lip product that I want to shout out. I have a couple new shades in this formula that I knew I already loved, and then I replaced the other shade that I knew I loved. So I originally had the City Lips Plumping Gloss in Watermelon. This is the most beautiful summertime pink gloss. It is so pigmented, very similar, I would say, to the Give Beauty, if you're familiar, but this just gives you the most stunning baby pink lips. I mean, I'm layering a ton on right now. I feel like I have 10, different lip products on, but why not? It has like is that a Winnie hair? I feel like we can't have a video without having a Winnie hair. It has kind of like minty sort of smell, but it's very faint. These definitely do plump though. So if you do not want that, plumped look, these would not be for you. But the shades are so beautiful. So I wanted to get a new one of Watermelon because mine was a little bit old and I was like, you know what? I love this so much. We're going into summer. But I did also get 2 other shades. So these are new. The first one is South Peach and this one is more sheer. They do have different options. So they have the more pigmented and then they have the more sheer, which I feel like a lot of people really love this one. It's just a beautiful peachy shade. And then this one I am kind of playing around with. It's a little intense. This one is Coral Sunrise. It is extremely pigmented, like holy crap, it is pigmented. So this is something kind of similar to Watermelon where I would just put it in the center and then sort of take my finger and kind of blend it out to give me that beautiful punchy color. But these are so beautiful for the summertime. When I bought these, they had buy 2 get 1 free because originally I was just gonna get this and then this bright one I wanted to try, but then I was like, oh, I'll get one free, so I grabbed the peach one, and I would say I am loving the peach one and of course my Watermelon the most. So I just wanted to shout these out because I haven't talked about them in a while, but this is like one of my top favorites of all time. Okay, and the last product I have to share today is a hair product. I don't have a ton to share because, as I said, I've had a lot of just kind of like mediocre products that I wasn't wowed with. Let me know if you want me to do like a disappointing products video because I have enough that I could do that. And usually I only have a couple things, but I've got a lot that I've purchased and I'm like, why did I buy this? This is not working for me. So I really wanted to just stick to talking about the products that are really standing out. But I grabbed this Joico Youth Lock Blowout Cream. This is absolutely incredible. If you want that silky smooth hair, this is something that I reach for when I'm gonna do like straight hair. I know that, the humidity is a little bit out of control. Here in Ohio, we had like the hottest week ever last week, and now it's cooling down a little bit, but it's raining, it's humid. My hair is just a mess, hence, being up. But this is such a smoothing product. So this is supposed to have collagen in it, and it's supposed to protect your hair from damage damage, but you basically just apply this to damp hair. I do 2 pumps because I don't want anything over the top, and it really just smooths your hair out. Kind of gives me a similar effect to the Color Wow, but the Color Wow you have to like spray in. This a little goes a long way. It just makes your hair like silky, shiny, smooth, and I've been really impressed with this. So if you haven't tried this, or you're looking for something to keep your hair smooth and a little bit more tamed, I definitely recommend that. I've heard really good things about Joico products. I think I get a little overwhelmed because they have like seriously like 100 different things, but let me know if you have any other favorites from Joico that I need to check out. Okay guys, so I think that is everything that I wanted to share today for my current favorites that I am just loving. I feel like I've had just a lot of fails and just stuff that isn't wowing me, but these products I'm continually reaching for, and every time I use them, I'm just like, wow, this is something that adds value to my collection, even though I have so many products. So I will link everything that I shared today down below in my description box. Don't forget to check out Nordstrom if you are shopping for fashion or accessories, beauty, whatever it may be. I will link the products from Nordstrom at the top of my description box and then the other products below that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you've been loving lately. If you have any new favorites or you've had a lot of fails like me. If you're new here, I hope you stick around and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.